So hello, this is going to be my first presentation of the game I've been working on with AI. I'll admit it, I know a lot of people hate it. I'm not a coder, I'm not a graphic designer, but I've got ID. And well, I wanted at first that's to see what it would be capable of, and so I've asked Claude to make me like a simple game called Asteroid. For those who don't know, that's an old game that used to be an arcade with pretty simplistic graphic. And then once I noticed that with a single prompt he was able to do a replica of the game, I slowly started asking him if it could add like better graphic, like make it more neon type instead of just pure white line. It had a little bit of bloom and things like this, and so on and so forth. And after that, well, I started going like, hey, I could add my own thing to it. So I started adding little difference, like the fact that once you destroyed an asteroid, it would give you resources. Then I went, okay, it's really cool, but what to do with all those resources? And that's it. So this is the loading screen. Pretty typical loading screen. Not much yet, currently, aside from being able to select your language. It is not all language are not fully implemented. There might be error. As I am saying, I'm doing all this using AI. So basically, I'm the game designer, and Claude is my graphic and code assistants. Um, so yeah, that's about it. So I'll show you the game, and well, you can yourself decide if you like it or not. I will continue a game that, well, it's actually the game that I'm using to, as I build the game to test it, and so my save are pushed forward every time that I add a new thing, because I made sure that he would update the save so that they would fit. Um, with each iteration of the game. Sorry, my by the way, my language is not English, it's French, but I'm a French Canadian, so we know English a lot. But if you ever hear me say something and you go like, "That's not the way of saying it," well, I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. So here we go. So last place I was parked was at one of those stations. These are the space station that you encounter through all the game. You've got your HUD on your left up corner, the weapon on the lower bottom corner, and you can also select what it target. It doesn't really affect currently anything in the game, but eventually the idea is that it would lock on motor, it would lock on hull, depending on the ship. That's something that needs to be implemented. It's not yet implemented in it. As you see, I've been hailed for somebody who is just wave back. Not too late. He left. He landed on the base. That's what happened when they land. You lose the contact with them. So here we are. We'll go see the interior of the base. So this is the interior of the base. As you can see, the spaceship that you have during the game is not yet in its final shape. I hate it. I find it ugly as hell, but it works. So I leave it like that for now. It's going to be something I'm going to be working on. I've just announced today, if you've seen my other devlog about the Metro, you can see it pass at the bottom. Um, that's the back and forth, one going west and, well, one going left, one going right. The one in the back going toward the left is a little bit smaller to give a perspective. So let's move in. As you can see, you've got the different shop that you can access in the game to upgrade your ship, buy new stuff, feather line, your mining equipment, and that you need. This is also where you're going to be from time. This one doesn't have it, but from time to time you'll be able to find a spaceship dealer where you'll be able to buy a used ship that are still good, sometime less, but better than yours. You've got like the different parts. So the market is the place where you sell your resources that you've mined or hunted. Anyway, anything that you've found in the game. The shopkeeper has like basic um, animation, so they'll sometimes wave at you. If you move, you can see their head like follow you from time to time. If you move in front of them, they'll wave, they'll talk with people coming at the counter. There's also delivery guy. You can see one that just delivered a package there. Eventually, the shopkeeper will pick it up and bring it back, and it will disappear. Also, you can see another one at the top on the apartment level. Another delivery guy with a two-wheel dolly just went to deliver something to somebody at its door. I'll let you discover. Like, I won't go in detail about everything. You can take the elevator, go up, and then once you're up, here is an example. That's the next thing that's going to change. The apartment level is going to be redesigned. I already have the model for it and everything. It was like when I implemented it, I added a few things, but I think that it's about time that I implemented better. Uh, the yellow door is the apartment you can rent before you can build your own station. Sometime you might want to have an apartment. The apartment is basically just a place where you can stash things. You don't really go to it. I have in mind maybe of adding eventually that you can go in the apartment and add stuff into it. You have to pay your rent. Rent is weekly. If you don't pay your rent, you'll get a ransom put on your head, and a bounty hunter will start hunting you in the map and try to kill you. And I'm telling you, I made them not that easy for now. Might change that too. There's a lot of things that I might play. You see that little thing flying over me? That's the garbage picker. It picks up the garbage at the NPC and it puts it in the trash bin here, which burns the garbage. So here you can see it coming back and dropping the garbage. It's just there. It's not. It's just. I just wanted to add something that would make the scene more lively. That's the same thing with the NPC. The NPC, you can see them laugh together, sometimes talk together, but it's just there to make the game more pleasant to see and less just robotic. Um, what else? What else? That's about it for the space station. Now I want to show you. I'm going to try to find a planet on which we can spend some time because I don't necessarily have the suit for it. So this is a standard Savannah, and you can see it has a lot of copper. It's 12,000, so it's 12 kilometer from the space station. So let's go see it, and you'll be able to see a little bit the graphic on the planet. Yeah, reverse patrol, or like basically like patrol that are patrolling the sky. They'll help you out if they want. I'm still not sure yet if I really like it because they're kind of dumb. They just fly around, and then if they see enemy next to you, they'll start shooting at them for no real reason. Oh, see enemy. Gather the resource. Oh, I'm full. So Savannah is the next one. He's gonna attack me, but I might be too far for him. He might abandon ID. Here we go. Landing on the planet. And here we are on the planet. The planet is not in its final stage. It's something that I've been working here and there, adding, subtracting when I play, and I go like, it would be better this. So creature are still not the final stage, but they do have each their own particularity. Like this is a good spot. You've got glider and flyer. Glider will go up a tree, and then will glide to the smallest next tree to it, grab onto it, like this one that you just saw next to me. And see he's dropping, and once he reached the ground, he'll walk to another tree and go up to it, and then starts to fly the pattern again. Currently, it's pretty basic. It doesn't really do anything quite special. They just do that. You've got that giant creature coming next to me. Currently, none of them are acting like enemy. Eventually, there'll be predator and prey. There is already predator and prey in each map, and they will influence the not demographic, but the amount of creature. Because if the predator eats too much of their prey, then the prey level will go down, the predator will die, and then the prey will go back up, and then the predator will be able to flourish again until he kills too much. Same thing for plant. If you destroy too much of the same plant on a planet, then those plant have a low chance of recuperating and coming back. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna be make it possible for you to totally destroy a planet that you render it like uninhabited. Amphibious creature are amphibious in the sense that they will come out of the water, but they'll never go far from water. Aquatic creature will stay in the water. That's about it. Plant. I like the plant the way they are. I intend on making them a little bit better, but I like how they are currently. You can harvest plant same with as with anything. You just press. Now here I'm killing a bunch of creature at the same time, which is not really good for the planet. But anyway, you can see the effect of you. Spacebar is to harvest or attack or whatever on the planet. You've got a small jetpack, so you're not stuck in water. I'm not on an ocean planet. On an ocean planet, you'll need a special suit to dive into the water. The better the suit, the longer you can stay underwater and go deeper. You can clearly see the sun currently going down, or the moon. Yeah, probably more than the moon. We look more at night. I haven't installed yet a thing telling you day duration and night duration. Okay, it is based on the planet position in regard to its planet and the Goldilocks zone. So basically, if the planet, it's like there's a bit of randomness to it, but it's all based on the ID that planet are orbiting. Currently, the planet aren't orbiting; they're stationary in the map. I'll show you the map after, but eventually, planet will orbit their sun in the sense that they won't stay static in their position, so they will change sector. Your sector are going to change again. Once again, when I'll show you the map, you'll be able to understand what I mean by sector. For those who haven't read everything, the game is fully procedurally generated in the sense that each sector are created as you go, and the map, as far as I know, is infinite. I haven't yet explored enough for me to go like, oh shit, my game is bugging. So yeah, so we'll move outside of this planet, find the ship again. There's also some settlement. This one doesn't have. If you land on a planet with settlement, it will ask you which settlement you want to go to, and this way you can go to a settlement, and then there'll be shop there, and you'll be also safe from the environment if the environment is dangerous. All right, so it announced that it rained. I don't know if you'll see it. The rain, that's another thing I want to work on. I don't really like it. Like currently on this planet, it's really hard to see. I didn't want to make it too big since the ship and the environment is not that big. I said to myself, like, hey, if I make the rain really visible, it's going to be ugly. But it is raining currently. It will or does kind of have an effect on you, but not really. It affects temperature. There's a lot of those things I want to incorporate in the game, being affected by temperature, being affected. You are on certain planet, like freezing planet or warm planet or corrosive planet or toxic, whatever planet will affect how you can see the rain now. It's a lot harder at the moment. So you can see it pass. It's okay, like you can, it rain, but yeah, like, let's admit it, it doesn't look the best, just like the ship. So we're back in space. This green track here, because I know some will wonder what the hell is that. This is actually your Goldilocks. So basically, this is the distance from your sun that your planet is like in the habitable zone. It will eventually have an effect. Like if you're too close to a planet, some planet will have. Stationary lock. They'll be locked to the one face is going to be locked to their sun, so life will only happen on one side. And if you try to go on the other side, it will be dangerous. As you saw, no, I don't think you've seen, but I'll accept it. If I go back on this planet, I wanted to give the impression that you've walked around. So basically, if I go from here and walk far enough, I'll do the whole length. You'll be able to see that at one point you return to your ship, but from the other side, which gives you the impression. I've worked a bit. I've worked on another version where the planet is top down. But I've abandoned the idea. I thought about making the whole game top down, but I wanted to like add different perspective to the game, so you don't always play top down. So in when you're on space station or planet, you're like it's a side scroller, and when you're in space, it's a top down. Currently, the derelict ship that are abandoned in space, when you land on them, they are top down too. I'm not sure I'm gonna keep it. I don't really like the combat on them because there's like since they're abandoned in space, and I've got to try to figure out because I like currently there's like creature on the spaceship, but there's like where are they coming from? Like why are there creature on a spaceship that's there like in space? You know, like how did they get there? So I want to find a way of incorporating it, make it more natural. I know it's going to be a hard thing to do because, well, yeah, try to explain how like some wild creature got in outer space and grew on a spaceship. It's not like it was there for millions of years, or at least it would sound weird if it's there for millions of years without moving. So as you can see, we are back to the ship, but we came from the back, so we just made a full circle. The size of the planet you see in space will affect the length of time it takes you to go around the planet. So a small planet will be shorter, and a big planet will be longer. There are a lot of type of planet. If you saw like previous devlog, I've posted image of the different planet, and it affects also like this one is a savanna, so it's pretty flat, but there'll be other that are like more hilly, some more with mountain. Currently it's limited, like it's not like mountain, like it's not like a high range, but eventually I want to make it bigger. Currently the only thing that is close to representing what I wanted is the ocean planet, because at first the first iteration that came out, it was more like lake planet, like it wasn't deep. I've added depth to it, so the planet are now like really deep, and it's dark. So basically, you've got light that shines slightly around you, but you don't see far. So it's easy to miss resources that are at the bottom of the sea. There are coral vegetation that are like strictly found on ocean planet. I am trying to make as much variation in the fauna and flora. It's kind of hard to do because since the game is basically playable in your browser, I'm trying to keep it as small as possible so it doesn't take like 20 hours to load. And currently I'm quite happy about the size. I'll talk about it maybe later in another devlog about the size of the game, because currently I'm a bit over 2 MB for this game, which is I think quite impressive. Well, maybe you'll say like no shit, that's your opinion, but I'm quite happy that I've been able to make that game as big as that, but still small. Also, oh yeah, before I forget, if you ever download the game and you clear your cache, automatically you save your save will disappear. I've been playing around wrapping it as an executable so you can play and have the save on your computer. It's kind of buggy when I import it, like a lot of things fucks up. So I might eventually work on getting it wrapped as an executable with Chromium integrated Chromium into it. So yeah, your save are played on are safe on your computer. So even if you clear your cache, you won't lose your save game, which I know sucks. It has happened to me a couple of times since I started deving that I needed to clear the cache, and I cleared it, and I went like, oh man, I lost my save. But yeah. So let's go back in space. Okay, so this ship has decided to join me, I think. He will follow me, but I don't really need him. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I've got a tool currently for it. I'll show you a bit. Mining. You can mine the asteroid so you get close to it. Don't bump into it or else it will rebound. And then you go F to go out. And EV. So you can snap to the surface of planet Bossy. It says need precision laser, which means that my tool is currently unfunctional. So I would have to get precision laser to destroy this type of surface. So if you want to go out, you just pay again, go next to your ship, E to get back into your ship. Try to see, I think this one I've got the tool for it. If I don't, it's because I haven't upgraded my tool since. So go back, snap to it. Oh, see, yeah. And eventually, oops. And you've got, well, I haven't accumulated anything because my ship is currently full. But yeah, normally it would give you some resources. So snap back into the ship. Oh yeah, I'll try to explain to you. I'm not. It's a bit complicated. I wanted to make sure that like you just don't buy a ship and then your ship is good for eternity. I thought it didn't sound. I want this game to be like a sort of a long-term game. Ooh, what's this? Oh, you got. Yeah, that's a mission zone. Oh, it popped up. Some of those mission zone are gonna pop you enemies. Sometimes they'll give you resource. Sometimes you'll get part for your ship that might not be totally new, and you might need to fix it. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you about the map. I'll try to get away from those enemy will de-aggro once you get far enough from them. They won't follow. If they follow you, well, you have to kill them, like every other game. Oh yeah, this one didn't de-aggro. This one neither. Okay. So now the map. As I was telling you, map is made out of sectors, so each of those are sector. Some will have barely something, like this one here, and you've got a small description. It's a bit like the influence came from No Man's Sky, where when you click on a planet, it will tell you what's on that planet. It's basically the same kind of thing, but it's for the sector itself. You can close in. When you close in, it will show you exactly how planet or place. Currently, this is just to give you an idea of how big the sector is. But if you zoom out, eventually they disappear. And as you can see, the map, this is all I've explored since I started working on the game. So you can imagine the map is just gigantic, really ridiculously gigantic. And if you zoom in, I'll explain to you that red circle because I'm sure some of you have already spotted it. If you zoom in, then at one point the object in the sector are positioning themselves and which position they are in that sector. So you've got derelict ship in this here in that sector. Those are all planet. They're basically the planet that are described in that little menu on your right. It tells you the type of star, the orange dwarf, which is this one right here, and you can see that. Remember that green with dotted line Goldilocks zone? Well, this is that ring right there. This here will be a warlord then. Those are pirate bays. They're not that nice currently, honestly. I'm able to admit it. Those are the space base, which you saw me at the beginning of the game. And you've got also a distress beacon, which are those little yellow dot. And these here are wreck. Basically, wreck are just like part of ship that are floating into space that you can harvest for what they'll give you. It varies from time to time. I could use this one, but I'll go away and I'll use the other one down here, which is one that I've explored here. Okay. This part here. In the game, there is a main enemy, kind of. They are not really enemy in the sense that they are not all over the place, but they occupy a spot in space and they guard it. They live inside an asteroid belt, so you have to get in slowly because if you bump too much on the asteroid, your shield, which you can see on the upper right next to your hull, your shield is going to go down, and once your shield is out, well, each bump you do on an asteroid will slowly destroy your ship. So they live inside there. There's a couple of bays inside there. They don't show on the map for reason that nobody goes there, so you're not supposed to know until you go. You then see where the bays are. There'll be a main base and a couple of smaller bays, and the ship respawn often. So if you take too much of your time, enemy ship will respawn and will start to attack you, and they're quite aggressive and they're attacking. They'll follow you far, and they're kind of fast, and they come in group. So if you're like a little bit, for now, it's the game is not made to be like that difficult. Like, I'll admit it. It could be a little bit more difficult in certain aspect. I will work on that in the future. But for now, it's like a pretty, like it's pretty, it's honestly it works really well. I've spent like sometime like half an hour, 45-minute playing. The game is not made to be played inside like an hour. I'm done. I went through the game and that's it. There is still thing added, and as you'll see, I've already made a post about that. There is mod support for the game. It is pretty basic because you can do, but I was like really inspired by the idea of Minecraft, where you can really add a lot of thing and play on, like you can build you can add new ship, you can add new planet type, you can do a lot of thing with the mod. I'm not that versed yet into it. I just installed it and it seems to work so far. I've put a mod once into it and I tried it and it worked. So if we go out of the map and I go escape to the escape menu, you can see the install mod. And if you go open, you can either upload a JSON or paste in the text of your JSON right here to add a mod to your game. That's about it. GPU Starfield, visually a little bit better and better performance. Location label, I've taken them off, but if you put them on, like most of the thing will have a small label over them saying asteroid, enemy ship, and things like this. So at the beginning it might be cool. There's colorblind Q. I haven't tried it. I'm not colorblind, but I've asked for it to be in there and it's in there. First time tip, same thing. When you start the game, you'll get some tip, and at one point they'll start bugging you with that. Pilot logbook. It's basically a certain thing that you must accomplish in the game, just like kind of mission and things that, as you can see, I did a couple of them. first wormhole transit. Oh, that's weird. I did one. Maybe it wasn't in before. Maybe I did it before I added the logbook, so it hasn't seen it so far. But again, with mod, you'll be able to add more goals to obtain in the game. What else? Lots. I'll try to show you another planet that's that we can go on. Oh, that's an ocean world. Oh, that's not too bad. Boom. See, as you can see, asteroid, comet can definitely hurt you. Whoa. Wrong button. So we'll go to that. Oh, he's got the long one. Oh yeah, weapon come in different level. So the higher the level, the more the damage, and the more powerful that weapon is. Which I guess you understood. I will cross a barren moon with silicone. Oh, missile. Those are really dangerous. So we'll land, but we won't be able to stay. Because as you can see, I got a danger indicator. So you add a quick time to see what the barren moon looks like. And we're getting to the ocean planet, which should be around here. Oh, just what I wanted to see. So you've got settlement on this planet, and it gives you an idea of the population and what type of settlement it is. You can also, like it says here, land on a remote, so you'll just land somewhere on the planet. And the size of the settlement will affect also the size of the bubble. You'll see what it looks like. And here's a settlement. Normally your ship shouldn't be inside the base, but yeah. So once you've landed on the planet, you got access sometimes. See, there's a suit tailor here. I know those are ugly. I don't know why. I'm gonna work on that. It was like just quickly done. I wanted to add something because I thought it was kind of annoying to have like just barren planet, like where there's only like creature and nothing interesting to see. So I've added those, but they're not what I want them to look like. On every planet, you'll find. No, that's a tool shop. Where's the. Oh, yeah. There's a trading post where you can trade what's needed on this planet or what they have to sell on this planet. So, yeah, that gives you an idea of. Different thing. I don't have a swimming suit, so I'll be dying quite rapidly if I go too far, but it gives you an idea. Planet is really deep, and I didn't die. A little buggy one. Let's see if yeah, something's bugged here. I'll have to check this out. I don't know why. See, at the beginning when I started making the ocean planet, all the ocean planets were like about that deep, which was kind of annoying. I was like, yeah, man, that's not ocean, like ocean should be a lot deeper. So I started asking to make it differently. And it started, I asked for having more abyssal depth to the map itself to make it more interesting, so you can. But I won't be on full, so it won't harvest it. We'll just go on forever. And if I go further, you'll see again once I reach the other side that be able to So here you can see fishes swimming together. Well, fish, like creatures swimming together inside the ocean. They will normally stay inside a certain range. None of them. At the beginning, it was kind of weird. Like the first few generation that were in the world, they were like all at the same place, and it was kind of like ugly. Jetpack fuel at the bottom right uh, is empty, and I haven't worked on it. I just added it, and still the same jetpack since the beginning of the game. Sorry, I should have not gone through the other side without a proper jetpack. I should maybe it would be cool for me to make myself sort of like that's also, see, that's one thing that I want to solve. Also, mountain range shouldn't be underwater where you see the sun go through the water. The sun should always pop up at over the water. So do mountain range. You shouldn't see them like that. It should be like a uniform. Yeah, I took the longest road possible, but it gives me the time to talk to you about a little bit. Well, let's talk about the HUD while I cross. The HUD on the upper left, you've got your hull, which is the hull damage. This does not fix itself. It's not like the shield, which regenerate after a while. You have to land somewhere and fix it. If you've got a base, you can fix it at your base. Currently, I don't have a base in this game, so sorry, I won't be able to show it to you, but you can have an idea. I made a post earlier in my dev about the base design, and yeah. Under the 4 indicator, you've got what you have in your cargo. It gives you the an idea of the amount of stuff you have. So currently I've got 15 iron, 20 silicone, 14 copper, 16 platinum, 5 quantium, and 6 voidinium. And TPP is basically a resource that you harvest from star. But be careful, you have to have that special shield or else it will destroy your ship. Under it, you've got the amount of credit you've got, which is 44,381 currently in this game. Which sector you are in, so sector 0 minus 32. Which zone, far beyond. Galactic Day is GD 241, so it's my 241st day in this map. Yeah, and that's about it. So let's go back into the ship. You'll have, like, each planet settlement will have more and more. There's some settlement that are really big and they will have more shop. They'll have more settler also. So they're more lively. Eventually, I want to add settler that go out of the base and do things so that it doesn't like stay too static and uninteresting. Oh, I think that's it. Those are my settler, my attempt. Is it possible? No, those are fish stuck out of the water. I don't know why those are bugged. I'll figure out soon. I'll try to have a look at it. And I think that's about it for now. I could show you like other, but I don't want to show the whole game, but it gives you a basic idea of where I'm at. The ship will change. I'm happy with the look of the ship when you're in outer space, but eventually the ship will change to something way better, because when you land, it's so ugly. Like, sincerely, like, it's ugly. I would say the same thing, and you can write me a comment saying, yes, your ship is definitely ugly. That's about it. Well, let's go see. What you hear currently is the Reaver Patrol attacking. enemy that I've got around me, and I've just hired somebody. When you hire someone in space like that that's offering you, they will charge you a certain amount of money. They will help you for a while, and after a while, they'll just go like, okay, I'm off. So here's another planet. That's a tundra planet, I think. Yeah, blizzard. Um, yeah, let's go land on that space station right there. Um, Also, not currently, space asteroid do float around. They'll move a bit, not that much. I want to add more dynamism to the space because I think it could be a little bit nicer. So we've got enemy here. Hope it's not. Okay, I'm safe. So there we are. We're back on the space station. So I hope you've enjoyed kind of that flyby of what the game is and what it looks like. Thank you very much.